Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Abob's Farm here on Farming Simulator 22. Right now we're November here. I think January is when we were planning on selling our wheat. So this episode I think we're going to try to get this field um, ready. We're going to plow it, probably get some weed, maybe some lime down, and see what we can't grow here next year. That is definitely not sugar beets again. Really don't want to don't want to have to deal with that again. Um, so we also I kind of want to attempt to organize, get some sheds or something to just cover the machinery with, um, make it look a little nicer over here and um, less jumbled together and stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at uh, some contracts to start. Kind of see what we all have that we could do. So this is a big field. Would take a while, but it is something we could do for 27,000, and it's only 1,500 to rent. If there's any harvesting, I think that would be pretty good, depending what we can do. Looks like it's cotton, cotton. There's corn that we could do. That wouldn't be too bad. 12 acres for 8,000. Soybeans we could also do. We do have that we could do this ourselves and then contract out the corn one. I think that's what we'll do. So I think first things first, we'll go to the corn and we will borrow the items. They should be over at the shop. Perfect. So first things first, we'll get these all hooked up and then we'll get the combine over to the field. Alright, let's see, this is going to, I can also, we can use the corn, we can do this one afterwards too. Let's go ahead and accept this contract. Now we need to go to field 57, which is that close? It should be somewhat close, I think. Or is that all the way down here? 52, 58, 57. Oh, perfect. Right next to the farm. So that'll be really good. It'll be close by. Let's go ahead and get this harvester over there right away. We got everything unfolded and we're starting to get the corn, so I will go ahead and hit B to hire a worker for that right now, and then I think first I'll get this grain cart over to the field for him. And then I think we'll get our combine over to the other contract. Get started on that. I think that's field 62 when I looked at the map, which is a little far away. So it'll be a little bit of a drive down there with our top speed, I think, of 12 miles an hour. So I'll get down there pretty quick, but I'll cut that part out so you guys don't have to get too bored with it or anything. So first things first, we'll park that there, and then we will take this too. We'll double check. But it should be field 62 is what the map's telling me. Yep, 62. So actually I can go this way. Okay, I will see you guys down there in 3, 2, 1. And here we are at the field. That was an incredibly slow drive over here. I think you guys would be very happy that you did not have to sit there until I could figure out the montages and the time lapses. This is going to be the best thing we can do. So we're starting here on the field. I'm going to go ahead and hire a worker. I think our grain tank is full for our corn contract here. So we'll go ahead and empty this one and see how much it fills up the grain cart, and then we'll get our grain cart down to the other field, and then we will see what we want to do while this is all happening. I figure the best way will just be me to drive grain cart for the most part. Will be pretty quick. Looks like we're already 10% done on field 62, so pretty small field, should be pretty quick. The worst part is just getting that combine to and from. So yeah, we'll get this emptied, and then we will see what happens next. Get that grain cart down there. They're currently driving our grain cart over to that field, and I know it is almost 3 times faster, but it feels so much more than that to drive this after driving that combine. I think after we get this dropped off, we'll maybe unload it if it's in a good spot, and then we will go back to our field, maybe look at leasing a plow or see what's there for the discounts for the month, and I'll let you guys know what we end up doing. Hey everybody, we are just now dumping the soybeans from that small contract, and then our grain cart is actually almost full of corn, which also has to come all the way over here. So I think I'll use this grain cart and tractor to kind of do 2 at one time. So I'll drive this, or I'll probably empty out the combine, start the other tractor on the way over here, get this one back, and we'll send them back and forth. The odds are it'll fill up quite a few with how big of a field that we're doing. So hopefully we get some decent money afterwards, and we get a little bit. I think we made a little bit of money from those soybeans, but not much. I think it kind of just paid for the workers and some gas maybe. So I also nothing too good in the shop in terms of discounts. Why did you stop there? You know, some people's driving. I don't know. Not mine. That red octangular thing. That's a suggestion. Um, so the shop doesn't have too much good stuff. So I think I'll look for a plow. Either buy something cheap, or look at leasing one that's a little bigger to go a little quicker. We do have a few. Okay, looks like this guy's full. So let's go ahead and we'll bring the grain cart to him. Get him somewhat unloaded. And then we'll get the other grain cart back. There we go. Beautiful. So once this is fully, or as low as we can get it, this grain cart should fill up before the harvester's empty. We'll put this guy back to work and we'll work on getting that other grain cart back here. I am back at the silo. I'm dumping off the first load of corn. I did change tractors with what was on this grain cart that we got with the contract. The Fendt looks like it just has a little bit quicker top speed. Um, so I figured it made sense to switch it, and I did get our grain trailer partially filled when I was back there. Um, so we'll just kind of keep these going back and forth, and then sunlight's starting to go down, so we might work a little late tonight, but we can always pick this up in December and uh, continue getting our field ready to um, to plant. So next thing we'll do is get something ready and try to get a plow, at least get an AI worker started because it is a little bit of a bigger field. So I will cut back when we are in the field plowing. All right, we're back. We do have a plow down for our field. So I did end up buying this one. This one was like 23,500. I got it was an extra meter than the cheaper option. That was I think about $8,000 less. So figure we'll get a little bigger plow this way. We have it for contracts and stuff. So yeah, it'll be good to do. So I'll kind of do this first initial pass, and then I'll probably hire a worker and just keep driving grain cart as we need. So we'll keep you guys posted on stuff as we finish things up and get ready to move into December. Hey everyone, we're just about back from dropping off our second load of corn. Looks like our AI plow guy is still going pretty good in our field. So I want to say we should be getting pretty close on the corn. I think probably about 2 more loads over there. So what I'm gonna do is, since it's, I guess in game it's only almost getting close to 6 o'clock, but with the dark and everything, I think I'm gonna call it for this video, um, and we'll start again on the next one in December, continuing with plowing our field, um, and finishing up this corn contract will be really good. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any ideas on what you want me to plant or anything else you want to see in these videos, any um, contracts, if you really want to see a baling contract or anything like that, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.